You're watching CES Live, powered by Ustream.tv, the most powerful way to stream live video, and by NewTek, makers of the TriCaster family of broadcast and streaming systems. And now, CES Live.
Hey folks, welcome back to our continuing coverage of CES 2014. I'm John P.
And I'm Renee Ritchie.
You're fiddling with your headset.
I forgot to take my CES badge off and Callie threatened my life.
All right, get your headset fixed.
I'm getting my headset fixed.
All right. And we are starting off day 2. It's going to start just like that, folks.
It's going to go downhill from here.
That's right. Thanks so much for joining us again. I see we have hundreds of people in the chat room as usual, and thanks for all of you joining us on Ustream. Welcome, and welcome back to our continuing coverage.
We survived to day 2, John. We've proven we can do this.
Well, I don't know that I would go that far.
We have set expectations low enough that we can only exceed them.
That's right, we can only go up from here. And speaking of raising our expectations, we have a very special guest. We have Hernan. Come on, say
Hernan.
Yeah, that was better.
Hernan Lopez.
Roll those R's, John.
I can't do it. I don't know.
On, John,
maybe
the
Greek tongue wasn't made
you
for
need a
that.
little bit of salsa. Bite into a jalapeno and say it. It'll come out. I promise.
Anyway.
Hernan.
He's from QNAP. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Awesome to be here.
And not only thank you for joining us, thank you for helping sponsor and making all of this possible for all the coverage that we're doing.
It's our pleasure. You guys do a great job. We follow you guys. We're big fans of yourself and Callie, so how can we not?
Thank you very much. Well, we appreciate it. It's a giant love fest, and we'll have a kumbaya after the
Geek hugs.
show. Right. Well, we wanted to talk a little bit about QNAP stuff since we have you here. Why not,
Fantastic.
right?
Why not?
So we actually, just recently, you guys sent us a couple of devices. You sent us this new bad boy. And we also have another one over there, but we're going to talk about them a little bit. So before we get into specifics, individual things here, some people are saying, what is QNAP? What does QNAP do?
Well, QNAP, first of all, the word itself stands for Quality Network Appliance. Quality Network Appliance Provider. So that's where that derivative, that name came from.
Gotcha.
So we're a manufacturer. We manufacture our systems ourselves. It's our own operating system. It's our own. It's Linux-based, our own stuff. So from top to bottom, this is ours.
So when you say network appliance, what do you mean? If someone's just watching right now.
Well, network appliance it's a storage system that resides on a network, and it could be a router, a switch, a network, and it's not like a attached storage system per se that goes into a laptop.
So it's not the drive in your computer. It's not the USB plug you put on there. It's if you want to get that stuff out of your machine and onto your network.
Exactly, and the reason we designed this is so users can actually get into the system via internet. So now you can access all your files, all your data, all your pictures, all your music, everything via internet, anywhere from around the world. Where an external hard drive, you can't do that.
All right, let's talk about that for a minute, because people are thinking about how they would use a network appliance, and the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, well, it's a drive. It's a place to store my files.
It's like backup.
Yeah, you could back up your files to it or something like that. But what we're really wanting to do here is go beyond just sticking your files and making them inaccessible in some foreign location.
Right.
We're wanting to give them a usable place to put these files where they can act on them repeatedly.
Right, exactly. And you're right, John. When we first came out, 1994, when the company first started, that was its true core. The core of, okay, where are we going to do with all this data we have? For example, each of these bays can house up to 4 terabytes. And so now we're talking about a system about 8 terabytes, okay? So we thought, okay, what do we need? What does the IT individual or IT user need? Well, they need storage, they need backup. And that was primarily why this thing was designed. But throughout the years, it started developing and unraveling into something else.
People wanted more.
People wanted more.
They're like, you've already got my data, but now I want...
services.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do stuff with my data.
Exactly. And
I want to run a DNS server.
A DNS server.
You've got a processor in there. Why can't I just have a DNS server?
Exactly.
Why can't I have a media server?
Why can't I just have a media server?
Exactly. Or a cloud.
Yeah, a cloud.
A personal cloud,
Well, guess what? This is a personal cloud.
Right.
You don't need to pay X company. You don't have to pay this person. This is your own cloud.
I don't have
You
to
can
give them my
access it.
files. I can keep them.
No, they're
By the
they're
way,
yours.
just so you know, right over there, that 470, that's a 4-bay unit. We
Fantastic.
actually are, that is
Gorgeous.
connected. We have a gigabit Ethernet network here. That is connected into our network, and we are right now recording this show onto a laptop, which as soon as it's finished, as soon as our segment is finished, it will sync to the QNAP cloud and become available to all of our editors over here who are working behind us.
They can just grab that stuff and they can put it on their sites immediately.
And that's what it's evolved to.
And we didn't have to go to Dropbox or something out because we don't have the bandwidth. We have enough bandwidth to stream, but we don't have enough to send that kind of data out.
How about the funds? How about the money you have to
and
pay?
the cost.
The cost to pay for Dropbox, or to send it to the cloud for Amazon or Elephant or any drive. Now you can do it yourself, but now you can do it without having to pay.
And there's no
pay somebody
bottleneck.
else.
There's no internet connection
No.
to get in your way.
No, there isn't, because you're controlling it. Ultimately,
Can we
you're
talk about this?
Let's talk about it. Sure.
This is a beautiful.
Is this your precious, John?
My precious.
It is.
This is a beautiful. This is the new fanless design. I'm gonna let's see here. You can play hand model.
There you go.
And this unit was designed to incorporate into multimedia kind of stations and things, right?
Right.
You want to tell us about it?
Sure, of course. What we're looking at here is our new HS210. And again, fanless, there's no moving parts, so there's no dust. And that's really important. Basically this is actually created, this was recently created based on the applications of home use, of multimedia. Now you can imagine a NAS, let's say you have this thing sitting on, like I do, an entertainment system. So I got this thing sitting next to my television. It's kind of a little, everyone's like, hey, what's that?
It looks a little out of place.
It looks enterprise. It doesn't
does.
look consumer.
Right. So we changed the form factor. So we changed the look, the feel of it. It's brushed aluminum metals, you can see there, and it hides. I mean, it literally sits up there. And we designed this to look like sort of a control
component.
floor unit. Right. Exactly.
You'd have in your home theater.
Now, and it makes no noise.
But this one will do everything this one will do.
Correct.
You run the same operating system among all of them.
Same everything else. This thing is also hot swappable. This is for.
Oh, it's hot swappable?
It is hot swappable.
You can leave it plugged in.
Yes.
Yank a drive out and stick another one in.
Put another one in there, and you're back up and running.
Right.
So yes, it does have the same features and functions. As a matter of fact, all of our NASs have the same function, the same operating system, the same features, everything included in the large one, all the way up to our new 24-bay system.
And that's important because when you buy it, no matter how smart you are, you never buy enough storage. So it's got to grow as you grow.
Right, and not only that, but what we thought of, okay, let's say for example, a user or an IT professional, right? They buy one system. Let's say, okay, well, I love this 2-bay, right? So I bought this new 2-bay. I want it, like you said, I want to expand, okay? Or I want to buy something different. You don't need to relearn an operating system. You don't need to take some more classes. You don't have to do all that stuff. You
don't have to get certified.
No, you don't have to get certified. You already know it, and that's important to us. And people say that. Say, Hernan, you know what? It's really your systems are easy to use. They're easy to use, and we want them that way. We like them to be easy to use, easy to implement, the user to come in and make changes, and without having to go through all these steps.
I want to ask a question about this one. Okay, this is a nice kind of a more traditional design chassis. It holds 2 bays, 2 drives, just like this other one.
Correct. Yes, this one is not going away.
No, but why, in God's name, does this have an HDMI output on it?
Well, the reason it has...
It's a NAS device.
It is a NAS device.
So why does it have an HDMI output?
Because it streams high-definition video directly from the system out to your television. So you can load movies, you can download movies. It has an HD station that plays high-definition movies straight to your television. Straight to your television. So this thing
All
is
work and no play, John.
Now, again,
so
mind you...
Wait, hang on, let me be clear.
And music as well.
I don't need to have, for example, a Roku or an Apple TV or some other device that I then need to connect through the network to the NAS in order to play the movies.
No.
I'm just going to have this connected into an HDMI input on the TV
directly
and just
television.
play.
Correct.
And can I
That
do
is
it with
correct.
an app, or do I have to use a web interface?
No, you can use, no, it's direct. It's direct. You can buy a remote control. It's $25, a QNAP remote control. You can sit there and toggle.
You have a QNAP remote control, and you can play and skip and blah, blah,
you
blah.
can skip your movies and
Oh, wait,
videos.
so you're telling me when I plug that HDMI into the TV, I get a menu on the TV
You do
and
get
all
a
that?
menu. You get a nice menu. You can actually browse through Google Chrome. You can browse through YouTube as well, directly, straight from here. There's no reason to pop in, a laptop or log in. You can just go in directly through your television monitor.
It's built right in, John, and that removes complexity from your chain.
I see.
Yeah, exactly. It makes things streamlined, and that's where Control 4 comes in.
But that's because at home you don't
home
have
automation. It's all tied in. It's all working together. It has the drivers now. You can work seamlessly. You can open your curtains, close your curtains. As a matter of fact, you can toggle through and look at our NVRs, our network video surveillance systems, directly from the control system. To be able to view. Yeah, with one control, with remote control.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what basically, we could talk about this all day.
I do.
I know you do. So. It sounds like to me, we've got the same OS among all the different units, and we go from these 2 bay units up to, what's the biggest bad boy that I could get?
The biggest right now that we can talk about, that we can discuss.
That we can talk about.
Is our new 24 bay NAS.
So you could put 24 4-terabyte drives in that thing.
That is correct, yes.
That's a lot.
That is correct, yes.
And
Hollywood size.
So
it has a new Haswell processor, a multi-core processor. It's extremely fast. I mean, it's a beast. I mean, it's extremely fast.
So what you have to decide when you're considering whether, if you decide, okay, I want to go ahead and get a QNAP, you need to decide how many drives do I need to be able to accommodate and what kind of speed, right? Because as you step up the line, you get faster and faster processors, more RAM.
Because everyone's different.
Yep.
A home user, someone that's, let's say a wife, for example, that wants to house her recipes or home finance, etc. She doesn't need that much storage as per se a photographer, professional photographer, videographer.
Or someone like Ken, our engineer, who wants as much power as he could possibly get.
Exactly. So in that case, then you start looking at, okay, now let's look at the CPU. Okay, let's look at the 70 series. Look, we have a new system that boasts an i3 processor that allows multimedia processing a lot faster. Comes with a more robust, more RAM used for multimedia. So in that sense, so you start shopping around and saying, okay, which one works for me? They do not come with hard drives.
Right.
They don't come with
choose your own size.
Exactly.
Whatever you need.
It's sort of
SSDs, hard drives.
It's sort of like a house that doesn't come with furniture. You pick and choose how you want it to work, what you want. So, and the reason we do that is because everyone's different. Whether you need 500 gigs or 4 terabytes, 1 terabyte, that's up to you. That's up to you and what you're doing on a daily basis.
Awesome. Your use case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want you to stay all day, but unfortunately, we've got to wrap it up.
I can't stay all
I
day.
think you should
I
stay.
I really don't want to go back to work.
You should stay and help us do the other interviews, and you can translate to Spanish for us and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, I can be.
And just be the man eye candy that we have on stage. He's a good-looking man, isn't he, folks? It's true. It's okay.
Thanks, guys.
Hernan,
Thanks,
thank you so much. But before you leave, I do want to let people know we actually have a giveaway.
We do.
Yes.
We are going to give one of these little beauties away, as well as a couple of backpacks. And all you have to do is head on over to geekbeat.tv/giveaway. And all the details on how to get entered are right there. So you guys stick around, go enter, and then come right back.
And try a second screen so you can stay watching while you're doing it.
Do not shut this screen down. Open another window, enter, and then keep coming back because we've got a lot more coverage for you right here at CES.
Absolutely. We're chained to these desks, John.
We are indeed. Later, guys.
Fantastic.